What a way to start a video. The thing is on Brandon Knight, but I want to talk to you about Troy Daniels, who's right above him. Now, Daniels is willing to re-sign for $1.7 million a season. I think that would be a decent underpay. I think he's worth about a solid $5 or $6 million a year, which is what I would pay him if I wanted to re-sign him. Well, I do want to re-sign him, but I said if we were going to, is what I should be saying here. Here's the thing, Devin Booker's about to get a $25+ million contract, and this thing doesn't take into account all the restricted free agents. So you add Booker's contract to Bender, Josh Jackson, below those two, we have Bam Adebayo there. This team's money situation is going to pile up very quickly, and I don't think I'm in a position to really offer Troy Daniels what he deserves, and I'm not going to underpay for him just because 2K doesn't know what it's doing when it comes to free agency. The other thing is, we do have Davon Reed waiting behind Troy Daniels, who's a way better defensive player, and I think can become as good of a three-point shooter. But then there's also Alonzo Trier, and I finally got his last name right. Hopefully that's what it is. That's what the dude on YouTube said. You know, we've got both of those guys waiting in the wing, pun intended, to the point where I think we have to trade Troy Daniels. And it breaks my heart a little bit because I said I wanted to keep the guy on the team, but I didn't know those two dudes were going to emerge for us. I finally find a move for the Spurs. Now, even then, I think a first-round pick is too much. I understand that San Antonio's maybe later in the draft, but I still think that would be a little too much of a one-sided move. So I say, all right, 2 second-round picks for Troy Daniels, no players coming back for us. Okay, so it killed me to do it, but we kind of had to. Notice one thing, the Spurs are the 6th seed right now, so who knows where those second-round picks are going to be in a couple seasons, 2020, 2022, and now our boy Troy Daniels is in San Antonio, where I'm sure Popovich will be able to use him more effectively than I was able to. Let's have a moment in silence. Okay, good. Now, well, that's what it is. He's gone. Marquise Chris is gone, Troy Daniels is gone, Alonzo Trier is coming up from the G League. He's going to have minutes moving forward. He and Davon Reed are going to have a solid amount of minutes. And we can afford these guys. They're on rookie contracts and all that. Let's talk about Tyson Chandler a little bit. I think I want to keep him and not buy him out and potentially even re-sign him after this season for like a very low contract. But I guess we can talk about that in the future, but I don't really want to buy him out for the sake of defense and rebounding. Anyway, we're in Detroit. Shout out to David Aldridge. And the Pistons court is insanely bright in 2K, so I'm not going to mess with any brightness settings. We are in 60 FPS though, so that's cool. Michael Porter Jr. versus Blake Griffin. I think that's kind of a key matchup, just because Blake's more of the muscle post-up guy. Porter's the perimeter guy. We'll see who ends up winning that matchup. So far, it's Blake Griffin as Michael Porter. Did I call him Otto Porter? I don't remember if I just did or not. I feel like I did, but whatever. He messed up. TJ Warren's in the low post against Joe Johnson of all starting small forwards. I don't know if that's the right move for the Pistons. They are starting Luke Kennard, though, and I am firmly on the Luke Kennard hype train. So, I guess I'm a little more okay with them. I'm definitely okay with Devin Booker nailing a three-pointer. The release is now officially on normal. Before it was on quick. It psyched me out a little too much. Even in this game, I don't think I got any green releases with Booker on jumpers, but, well, we'll see what happens. I don't want to give anything away. TJ Warren in another isolation on Joe Johnson. Now, Andre Drummond should have, contested that. I could lie to you and say that I did these ISOs because Joe Johnson was in the game. I mean, maybe I subconsciously did that because ISO Joe or something. Remembering his nickname made me run ISOs against him. I don't know. But it worked out nonetheless. What I'm trying to get at is, I don't remember if I actively said to myself, Joe Johnson's a bad defender, so we're going to run plays against him, or if I just wanted to get TJ Warren involved. I don't remember. You'll notice Bam Adebayo's in the game, as I completely ignored the last fast break where Stanley Johnson missed a corner three-pointer. And TJ, in an isolation once again, he's looking good, man. This is the TJ Warren that I like to see. He's kind of a tough player to use just because I can't just call plays for other people all the time and just have TJ make an impact through rebounding or just general spacing. So a lot of the time you got to call real plays for him, but he also has an ability of bailing you out when a possession is kind of died. I mean, I think that's already happened at least once or twice this game. Devontae Graham is in there, getting his 7 to 10 minutes a game, little less because I'm on 8-minute quarters. Another isolation, and apparently we're just attacking Stanley Johnson. I mean, TJ Warren got him at least once. Michael Porter Jr. gets him on that one. We're going to Michael once again. Devin Booker's not in the game, is he? No, he's not. Dražen Bender's in the game. I don't think I've played a game yet where Bender did not hit a three-pointer. So that's cool. And this little sequence right here really shows you Bender's value. He hits the three-pointer, then I have him slide over, contest the shot, brings the ball up floor, passes to Josh Jackson, and then JJ finishes at the rim. I mean, that's Dražen Bender in a nutshell. Nails the three, shows off the defense and the ball handling. It's good stuff. We do the same thing again, but this time we're a little slow. Reggie Jackson was able to adjust himself, I guess. I tried to be aggressive with Devontae. Getting by the initial defender was good, but maybe he's just not athletic enough to finish around the basket like that. We get beat, and suddenly the Pistons are on a little bit of a run where it seemed like we were looking good there for a moment. They sub out 4 guys out of nowhere, which can be kind of risky. And Bam Adebayo, getting offensive rebounds, one of the reasons why we acquired him. The defense was the main thing I was talking about, but yeah, dude can grab some boards as well. Aaron Baines finds himself in the TJ Warren torture chamber, where he scores again. TJ is feeling it, man. That boy can't miss. Just hit him with a couple of side-to-side things, also called crossovers. The hell am I talking about? Here's TJ once again. Joe Johnson back on him. Is this just the TJ Warren show and nothing else? I mean, this time the Pistons had a little bit better defense, and it doesn't matter. He's like Kobe Bryant right now with his ability to score. Alright, he's not that good, but you know what? Good for him. I was going to say he's like Kobe with his ability to score within the three-point line. Shout out to Brandon Knight for getting me through that TJ Warren sequence, because I didn't know what the hell to say. A 5-point deficit for the Pistons. Their offense doesn't seem too urgent. Tyson Chandler, that's kind of why I want to keep him, because he is still a pretty okay defender, and I think he could help us out. Especially because after we select whoever we're going to select in the draft this season, I think then we should really start focusing on winning. Because at that point, you got Booker, you got Michael Porter Jr., and then whoever we're going to draft, if we end up drafting someone, maybe we'll trade the damn thing if we're crazy. At that point, you pretty much want to start winning. Anyway, Trier misses the long two, Brandon Knight made the three-pointer in the pick and roll, and then Luke Kennard shot not a three-pointer, which is good. And I think Kennard's got some real potential to be more than just a shooter from outside. I think he can go off the bounce, and he's got some decent size to him as well. 6'6", 6'7", something like that. We just had a decent lead, and now it's nothing really quickly. Alonzo, can't make that one. Didn't we just have a 7-point lead or something? I hit the Brandon Knight three-pointer, then the Pistons just said, alright, screw you, we're going to get back in the game. And they did that. Reggie for 3 again, my goodness. It's tied up just like that. There were segments of this game where Michael Porter Jr. and Devin Booker were not in there for a little too long. Eventually, I'll get the rotations figured out. It's usually somewhere in the second half where they both get a little too tired. As far as how to make up for that, I don't really know, because if I'm honest, I do think halftime of this game maybe doesn't give you back as much stamina as you should get. But at the same time, I got to do a better job of managing it. Maybe take someone out a little quicker before halftime. Who really knows? Isolation on Blake Griffin. And oof, Andre Drummond. That's a hell of a block. We're slow as hell getting up the floor. And there you go. That was impressive by Drummond, man. I thought I was going to have to make a poster for the guy, which I can't do in the game, but whatever. But then Michael Porter Jr. bails himself out. See, that's how you make up for getting blocked at the rim, and you might still show up on SportsCenter, but luckily for you, number 1, you made the 3. Number 2, nobody watches SportsCenter anymore, so you'll be fine. Shout out to ESPN, I guess. That was a hell of a crossover by Booker. And Bam Adebayo, I think he played the entire fourth, we got to look at this one more time, because that was pretty sick, if you're going to ask me, all right? We got Reggie Jackson going, Andre Drummond committed, he had to step up. That's just quality basketball right there, man. Devin Booker at point guard, a very awkward angle on that alley-oop attempt for the Pistons. Josh Jackson is the 5th guy in the game for us. That was beautiful by Booker. See, this is the effect of Michael Porter Jr. and Devin Booker. When you have those 2 big-time scorers, is they can get you a 4-point lead in a tight fourth quarter, you know what I mean? Drummond did himself a good job on the boards. Drummond and Bam Adebayo has to be a hell of a physical matchup around the basket. Porter, can he finish there? I mean, Drummond didn't exactly put a hand up there, but maybe he was already shook because of the block. I don't know. Ooh, boy. Okay, timeout. I was talking about Josh Jackson. He gives us defense, you know? I'm confident enough in his defense and his ability to attack on a closeout to where he is the other guy in the game, and even if they leave him wide open, I'm not like too scared. I feel like I can do enough with him offensively. They're doing good jobs on defending those pick and pops, man, which is good because I don't want to just have pick and rolls be the easiest thing ever. But isolations with TJ Warren are apparently automatic. No help defense. Drummond didn't slide over. Joe Johnson didn't have a chance. Is TJ Warren going to get the game ball here? He might. Can Bam D up Blake Griffin? We're not bringing a double. I definitely should have brought the double because Andre Drummond was just sitting at the 3-point line. That was an easy opportunity to get 2 guys on Blake. But now we got to relax. Not too hard. We got to score here, and I want to get a 2-for-1 going. So if we can get Michael Porter Jr. an open 3-pointer, and they trapped Booker, and then the play kind of freaked out. I was a little late, and then I think the CPU Porter freaked out too. I don't know, okay? But luckily it wasn't a turnover. I happen to turn the ball over a lot late in games. I've been doing it this entire series. Hopefully I don't do it this time, but this possession's looking pretty rough. You got to throw something up there, and oh my god, Bam, I love you. This is exactly why you trade for Bam Adebayo. Because when everything else fails, the dude just snatches a rebound like an arcade machine or a player in an arcade game. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Look at that animation. It's ridiculous the way he was able to grab that so quickly. But nonetheless, I love him. But can Josh Jackson make both of these free throws to put the game away? And by that I mean give us a 3-point lead, which would not put the game away, but whatever. It would give us a comfortable lead, which still doesn't totally... Whatever. Okay, just make the damn free throw, Josh. Please? Can we do that? Hey, you know what? That's okay. You know what? That's cool. You made one. You played defense down the stretch. I had him defending Reggie Jackson, and I think that was okay besides that 1-3 that Reggie hit, which gave them the lead like 2 minutes ago. Whatever. Bender's in the game for more defense. Josh Jackson's definitely on Reggie now. I actually don't think he was defending Reggie on that 3-pointer. I think I was a little late switching him onto the point guard. Anyway, can Bender defend the Blake Griffin hook shot? I guess that was nice. Well, we win the game. That was weirdly not as climactic as I would have liked it. If I was the Pistons, I would have shot a 3, just because the math says that shooting a 3 and making it is a better chance than like hitting the tying shot and then winning in overtime. Whatever. Good game, I would say. A lot of heroes in this one. Bam had himself 10 boards, the big one at the end. Josh Jackson was +6. TJ Warren was an ISO god.